The 24th of October 1945 marked the day of entry into force of the United Nations Charter, and every year we celebrate around the world both the inspiration of that day but also the work, the objectives and the vision that still guides the United Nations today. Many of the institutions in Norway have also been amongst the principal leaders and supporters of the Climate Neutral Network, an effort by the United Nations to bring together actors from the governmental, the private sector, the municipal and local level who are ready to commit to a transition towards a low-carbon economy and ultimately contribute to addressing climate change. This topic is as relevant today as it has ever been, particularly in the times of financial crisis. The Climate Neutral Network is, if you want, a way to bring those pioneers together who are willing to act today, even while we're still negotiating as nation-states under the Climate Change Convention, the follow-up agreement for Kyoto. Next year in Copenhagen, it will be the time when the world has to decide whether its transition towards a low-carbon economy truly is the global project that it has to be. But in the meanwhile, let me also recognize the pioneers in Norway who have joined the Climate Neutral Network, and particularly the new members who will be joining today. And in fact, there's so many that I have to for a moment look at the paper. The new members such as Brandlab, Dalen Bank Communications Company, Fjordkraft AS, Norwegian Grand Prix, Skanska Norway and Arendal, and not least our colleagues in UNEP Grid Arendal, are joining a number of organizations such as the Stromberg Clothing Company to the Canal Street and Hove festivals who have committed to climate neutrality. I want to congratulate you on being amongst a group of leaders in the private and public sector who are taking the responsibility to act seriously. Our message on UN Day is to unite to combat climate change. This is the motto, this is the slogan around which we are uniting the United Nations family in all its different components in the lead up to the negotiations in Poznan this December and then finally next year in Copenhagen, when we need a global answer to the world's greatest crisis that is facing us and the next generations, climate change.